London is one of the world's top tourist destinations, attracting upward of 20 million visitors each year from around the world. Britain's capital city is a vibrant arts and entertainment center, and 50 years after the Beatles, the country's music scene still rocks. London also offers one of the planet's greatest concentrations of cultural attractions. From royal palaces to the People Parliament, from museums and cathedrals to riding a giant ferry wheel for breathtaking views over the River Thames. You could spend endless days exploring London's best sightseeing location without ever running out of unique things to see and do. And as an added bonus, many of the best places to visit are free. To help you make the most of your London travel itinerary, be sure to refer often to our list of the top tourist attractions in London. The London Eye, built to mark London's Millennium Celebration in 2000. The London Eye, officially the Coca-Cola London Eye, is Europe's largest observation wheel. Its individual glass capsule offers the most spectacular views of the city as you embark on the circular tour, rising 443 feet above the Thames. The journey lasts close to 30 minutes. Buckingham Palace was built in 1837 and has been the London residence of the royal family since Queen Victoria's accession. One of Britain's most iconic buildings, Buckingham Palace is also the scene of London's most popular display of pomp and circumstances, and the changing of the guard. Drawing crowds at 11:30 am, regardless of the season, there is colorful and free display of precision marching and music also take place at St. James Palace, after which you can follow the band along the mall as they march between sides. The Tower of London and the Tower Bridge, one of Britain's most iconic structures. This spectacular World Heritage Site offers hours of fascination for visitors curious about the country's rich history. After all, so much of it happened here. Inside the massive white tower, built in 1078 by William the Conqueror, is the 17th century Lion of Kings, with its remarkable displays of royal armaments and armor. The adjacent Tower Bridge is two huge towers rising 200 feet above the River Thames, is one of London's best known landmarks. Big Ben and Parliament. Nothing screams London more empathetically than the 318-foot tower housing the giant clock and its resounding bell known as Big Ben. It's as iconic a landmark as Tower Bridge, and the tolling of Big Ben is known throughout the world as the time signal of the BBC. Below it, stretching along the Thames, are the House of Parliament, seat of Britain's government for many centuries, and the once the site of the Royal Westminster Palace, occupied by the William the Conqueror. Piccadilly Circus and Trafalgar Square, two of London's best known tourist spots. Trafalgar Square was built to commemorate Lord Horatio Nelson's victory over the French and Spanish at Trafalgar in 1805. Nelson's column, a 183-foot granite monument, overlooked the square's mountains and bronze reliefs, which were cast from French cannons. Piccadilly Circus marks the irregular intersections of several busy streets: Piccadilly, Regent, High Market, and Shaftesbury Avenue. St. Paul's Cathedral, the largest and most famous of London's many churches, and undoubtedly one of the most spectacular cathedrals in the world. The previous church structure was destroyed in the Great Fire of 1666, and Sir Christopher Wren designed the rebuild. Today, the twin baroque towers and magnificent 365-foot dome of St. Paul's are a masterpiece of English architecture. Covent Garden. The halls and arcades of Covent Garden Market are lined with specialty shops and kiosks selling everything from fine handicrafts to tacky souvenirs. Housed in the former flower market, you will find the London Transport Museum, filled with historic buses, trolleys, and trams. This area is also where you will find the Royal Opera House. Kew Garden, officially called the Royal Botanic Garden, is situated in the southwest London on the south bank of the Thames and is a wonderful place to visit as you enjoy the numerous plants grown amid its 300 acres. London's top tourist attractions are spread out over several different areas of the city. If you want to spend time sightseeing, it's a good idea to base yourself in a central location and use the city's excellent public transport system to travel between the sites.